Why don't we have goal line technology in Scotland or better camera systems that help us see if the balls went out or not, or if it's went over the line? We're going to discuss that in today's video. So if you do enjoy this kind of content and discovering new things, why things might not be implemented, why it is, why it isn't, remember to subscribe to the channel, leave a like because I should have done that first, and put post notifications, and let's get into it. There's many decisions that I can think of why this topic keeps coming up. I see it on X all the time, or Twitter if you want to be that kind of guy. I call it Twitter all the time, don't worry guys. But we've seen incidents such as Rangers goal against Hibs last year. Rashkin put it over the line but just didn't count. Celtic player cuts it back. No, sorry, Hibs player cuts it back and it looks like it's went over the line. But they can't justify it because they've not got the technology to see if it's went over the line or the goal line or whatever like that. So why is that? Like, why do we live in Ice Age and we still can't progress like other leagues? There's many leagues in Europe that are maybe don't have the stature of teams like Scotland, but they still can afford it. Well, that is one of the main barriers of it, is the cost. Moolah is because a lot of these clubs to get VAR, they had to pay a lot of money, and Livingston took a big burden for that, and David Martindale, we know his stance on it. And a lot of managers, I think every club has to pay around $1 million a year just on VAR, which is crazy. And then if you bring in goal line technology, it's going to bring that cost up a wee bit, but it can cost millions of pounds to run. But let's just say Hearts are 1 minute away from lifting the league title, and the team against them scores. Well, they think they've scored, but it's not went over the line. It is factually not went over the line, but because they can't justify it and it looks like it has, they need to get the goal. There's so many incidents. It's a very dodgy rule because obviously in Europe we get it. Europe, I'm pretty sure most Champions League games have goal line technology. UEFA provides the equipment, but in Scotland we don't have that, and there's an issue. There'll be many videos in the coming weeks about the investment into Scottish football because I think it has a lot of potential, but we're holding ourselves back. A league spokesman, I'll say this quote unquote, has said it is proven to aid refereeing decisions, but it's only common in most other leagues outside the wealthiest in Europe, and it remains unaffordable. So that again backs up the point that it's unaffordable, but that shouldn't be stopping us for venturing into technology, find cheaper alternatives, different supplies, etc, etc. Even get the league to get a brand deal so they can pay for it. It's not rocket science. Obviously, again, this is kind of on the money aspect as well, but not all stadiums are ready. A lot of stadiums in the Premiership are older, but I think it would, with time and as I said, investment, we could possibly get the cameras in place, get the equipment, because without equipment it is league defining moments that it can cause. Obviously, and the final reason is VAR was prioritised instead. It's the thing with VAR in Scotland, it's probably not the technology, to people using it. One thing I do like about what they've done with VAR this season is they've done a dedicated show, so they can see where if things going wrong in certain situations. Gordon Duncan's on that, obviously, and the ex-referee, and they like to talk about decisions, but a lot of the decisions that come up are handballs, which is fair enough, and triplet red cards, but there's been a couple of goals that have been disallowed. One, a cup, as I said, I mentioned the Rashkin one, the ghost goal essentially, because they didn't have a definitive camera angle, which is, and Willie Collum later said the specific incident was one where the goal line technology would have helped. Wow, it's rocket science. There was also one a couple of years ago. I've managed to gather a couple up. Is the disallowed goal in 2017 in Edinburgh Derby, where the Hibs goal by Ollie Shaw was clearly crossed the line, but it wasn't given because the linesman didn't see it, and there was no automatic systems to confirm that it went in. There's many other incidents. I mentioned the Celtic one earlier on. We don't know if it went early line or not. The issue is the combined cost is too much for clubs, and whether we can get over that, I don't know. There's so many arguments that I make against the SPFL. I'm starting to lose count, but the thing is, you could easily, not easily, but find good suppliers, go around and find ways that we can bring it in, because it would be so helpful, even if we had better, because the more cameras we have, it would increase the offside rule as well, even because it all comes as one pretty much, so that we could draw the lines easier for offside, because that's been a controversial topic as well as goal line technology. It's just drawing lines. We can't draw in Scotland. We can't draw a straight line, or we can't tell a line's something's a bit error line. It's just one of them. So, as I said, but I think I said as the summary of the video. If you did enjoy this kind of content, guys, I know some of these videos can be quite hard to engage in, so if you give me ways in how I can improve, and I will try. There are going to be a lot more outside vlogs in the near future, going to abandoned stadiums, going to games if I'm allowed to, because I know the rules are quite strict in filming in SPFL. So remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, post notifications. Thanks for watching, guys, and good.